Now I will try to explain to the best of my knowledge how the reptiles are changing. It's a FAQ from my subscribers, so I'll explain it. I do not think they are all evil, mainly because I suspect that most of them do not even know they are reptilians. Some call them reptoids. They are under mind control, but that is a whole different story. But let's take a moment to touch on the subject. In a nutshell, they have consciousness, and if they were aware of what they are doing to humanity, they would reconsider doing it. But if they are dissociated soulless multiples of alter egos, created by torture, which was needed to break their spirit and destroy their identity, they don't care. I do not think they even realize that they occasionally change shape and that their slit pupils, reptilian fangs, reptilian tongue and reptile-like patched skin start to show. I think someone either plays tricks with their heads or punishes them for some small misdemeanors. And they are only subconsciously aware of the shape-shifting, but that is enough so that the fear that they might be attacked by humans, because they are some other beings, makes the chills run through their spine. Because of all the stress, they stay in the psychologically dissociative state. But enough with that. How do they actually change? I will now make the assumption, based on the little knowledge I have about nanotechnology, and the fact that I am one of them and, therefore, able to read their thoughts. Nanobots, small robots of microscopic size, can do the same in the human body. What the Mars rovers, sent on Mars, can do there, collect the raw materials from the Martian surface and then self-replicate with them and then make other things out of these raw materials as well. When nanobots swim through human blood, and they're little robots, they can collect raw material from human blood and use it to replicate itself and make other chemicals as needed. Man is a mixture of chemical compounds, so if a reptilian, that is a mixture of different chemical compounds, suddenly gets all the chemicals that man has in his blood, he will manifest as a human being, right? And there are some chemical substances that reptiles have in their blood, but there is no such thing in the human body, so they must be kept from being made by the RNA, by some sort of chemical blocker. It's the same case scenario as with the transgenders who have their sex changed with hormonal treatment. On top of that, if they drink human blood, as it is reported, they could get things that people have in their blood, and the reptiles do not. Some say that they use holograms to look human, but I believe that they use it only occasionally on television to disguise the failures in shape-shifting, like some small patches made in this process. Besides, the hologram is usually projected on holographic screen, and even if the human could somehow be made to serve as one, the projector should always be at least at a certain distance from that person, so that it would work properly. That person would need to carry it around with himself everywhere. And besides, physics has proven that nature has a dual reality, that everything is both a particle and a wave. So it does not matter what you actually change, the frequency, chemical compounds that one is consisted of. Of course, only the first method is a little more invasive for the host's body. And I believe that after their death, reptiles will undergo a metamorphosis with the help of junk DNA activated at this point in its life cycle that interacts with some genes that their human DNA already contains, and that ordinary humans do not have. And that they, in this way, become vampires after death and not humans. They then go to the Hollow Earth or stay here and attack people for blood.